Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a login and registration form UI in Flutter. First of all, let's create the new Flutter project and you'll get this lib folder and open this main.dot file which is located in the lib folder, and let's delete this default counter app. Okay, and let's create stateless widget like this and send this class name to my app, and let's return here material app and save it. Okay, now let's remove this debug banner. Debug banner to false, and it will go away. Now let's go to the lib folder and let's create a new file and as a login page dot dat, and here let's create a stateless widget and send this class name as our file name, and let's return here scaffold, and in the scaffold let's keep the body or stack widget, and let's save it and let's return here in the material app home. Let's return that login page and save it. Now we'll get this white background, and now we can close that. Now let's create the new folder to place the images. Okay, so I'm going to place this image for the background of the login and registration form, and after you drag the image, go to the pubspec yml file, and over here you can set the path for that image like this, lib slash images, and also delete this and save it. Okay, once you save it, go to the login page and let's call that image, set this image like this to the image widget, images slash image 3.jpg, and save it. Now we can see this image to the screen. Now let's set this to fit box fit dot cover maybe. Okay, now also give the height for that image, double dot infinity, and save it. Now it will fit to the screen like this, which is looking good. Now below here let's create the container, and let's give the color to this container, black color, and let's make it transparent with this with opacity fits function, and let's set it to 0.5 and save it. Now it will look like this. Now below this container let's create the text field and save it, and we'll get this text field over here, and above this text field let's create the text widget, and let's write login with email and password and save it. Here is our text and text field widget which is on top, so let's copy this text field and text widget, and let's create the column, and let's paste it here and save it. Now let's wrap this column with the center widget, and also let's wrap this with the main axis element. Okay, now let's set this main axis element to center, and here you can see our text, and text field. Now let's decorate this text field so that we can see it properly, because as default the text field text color is black, so let's make it white. Now you can see the text also. Now also give the font size to 25 and also give the font weight bold, bold, and save it. Okay, now you can see the text clearly, and let's get the size box here. Size box, let's get the height 10 for the spacing or padding. Okay, now let's create another button widget. I'm going to create the elevated button. Let's make this on paste function blank, and let's give the child a text, and let's write here login. Okay, now it's looking like this. Also, let's keep the padding here with this size box, height 10, and save it. Now let's decorate this text field. Um, uh, let's decorate this text field in another file to make it dynamic, instead of copying like this and saving it. To create more field, we can create a new folder. Let's create the widgets, and let's create the new file here. We can give it any name. I'm going to give it my text field dot art, and over here I'm going to create new stateless widget, and let's change it to my text field. And over here I'm going to decorate that text field, and now we can return this text field here, my text field, and save it. Now you can see our text field like this also to the login page. Now let's decorate it. Input type decoration, and we have this enable border feature. Now let's send this enable border with this outline input border, and let's give the first border radius to circular, and now you can see the border of the text field like this. Now go to the login page and wrap this column with the adding the 20, and here you go, here's our text field. And let's change the border side color also. Let's keep the color to, let's keep the border side color green. Okay, now it's looking good. Now also let's keep in text also, and let's keep enter email. Now save it, and here you go. Now let's style this in text also, so that we can see the text clearly with the white. Now it's looking good. Now if you click on this text field, now you can see after you click uh, the text field changes to default. Now we have to set the focused border. Just copy this one and place it here, and let's change this to focused border, and let's change this color to red and save it. Okay, now it's looking good. Now instead of let's make this dynamic, this text in text dynamics. To do that, let's initialize the string like this. Text, and let's create the constructor where this dot in text and save it, and let's keep that in text string here. Okay, now we can keep the index here like this. Enter email and save it. And now we can create more fields like this. Also copy this size box, paste it here, and then you can send this enter password. Now you can send this like this and this syntax like this. Now you can see it looks quite good. Now let's decorate this button also to another file. Let's create a new file. My button.add, and let's create the stateless widget here also. Stateless widget and set it to my button, and let's return here elevated button as usual, and let's send this let's keep the child text, and let's keep it here login. Now save it, and now let's keep here elevated button that we have created, my button. Now we can save it, and here you can see our button. Now we can style this button here, so by style form, and we can set the shape of the button like this, and we can give the border radius dot circular to bale. Now here you can see the border radius has been changed, and also you can give the color to this button over here. Background colors dot green. Save it, and here you go. And let's wrap this text with the padding 15 and save it, and it will look like this. And let's style this text also. Text style colors dot white, and save it, and it will look quite better now. And also let's change the font size to 20 and also give the font weight the bold and save it. Now it will look like this. Now we can wrap this elevated button to increase to fit the size to the screen, to the width of this screen. Okay, in the size box we can just keep the width like this, double dot infinity. Now it will look like this. And below this my text, let's make it to for 15 first. And below this my text button, let's create another um, text widget and make it a register. Now like this, let's copy it and let's make the row first. Now over here you can place this text, and also you can keep the another text here, make it a register. Now change this text to new member, register now. Okay, now save it, and here you can see our text there. Now let's wrap this row with the align widget, and we can align this text row like this, center right, and it will move to the bottom right maybe. Okay, now I reload it once. Okay, instead of aligning that row like that, just make it main axis alignment to the end, and I was trying to do like that. Okay, now let's style this text also. Let's keep the color text style colors dot white, and let's keep the font size 20 and copy this. And paste it here, and let's make the font weight bold and save it, and it will look like this. Now let's wrap this text widget, this one only, the gesture detector, and we can give the on tap function here. And let's write navigator dot push, and over here we can keep the route as like this. And let's make new file first, save it, and let's make new file first here. Yeah, or in the lib folder, register page.dat. Okay, now just copy this all and paste it here. Okay, like this, and let's call here login page. Let's change this class name to register page first, and also let's change this to text to register with register now to create new account. Okay, now save it. Okay, now let's call that login page and save it. Now over here, let's make this change this to login now and save it. Let's call here register page. Now it will look like this. Now if you click on this, you can go to the register page. Now if you click on this, you can go to the login page. Okay, now let's decorate this login register page also. Mm, let's copy this one and place it here. Let's copy this one also, place it here, and let's send this to intern name and save it. And we have three fields now, and change this to already registered, and let's make this button also dynamic from here by changing this, initializing this text over here. Let's create the constructor this dot text, and let's keep that text here like this. Now we can keep that text name as register now like this dynamically. Okay, now here also let's change that to login. Okay, now this is how you can create a login and registration form UI in Flutter with the background